We simply call this segment Capitol Spotlight. We take 5 minutes to put the spotlight on a member of the General Assembly and discuss some of the things they've been working on and get a little background about them. It'll give you an opportunity to get to know them a little better, and it gives me a great deal of pleasure to welcome to Capitol Spotlight, making his debut appearance, our friend Michael Morin from the great community of Woonsocket. Representative Morin,
yes.
It's good to see you and welcome.
Thank you very much, Dave. I appreciate being here.
Well, I saw you swear in last week. I thought it was really nice. You had your mother with you, and you were sworn in by the Secretary of the State. What's the first week been like?
A little crazy. I'll get back to the ceremony. The ceremony was beautiful. They made it very special for my mother. I'm glad she was here. She's 78 years old, so it was a big day for her. But it was quick, and then as soon as I got sworn in, they brought me to my seat. They escorted me to my seat, and then got going. There was a few bills to vote on.
Well, I know, as I mentioned, it's just been a week. Tell our viewers what the circumstances were that got you to this place. It was a special election, but remind the folks as to what happened.
Correct. The former representative from the district, Lisa Baldelli Hunt, ran for mayor, and she was successful in her campaign, so her seat became vacant. So there was a special election to fill her seat.
Well, and I know, too, you've had quite a bit of experience in public service. You've been on the fire department. You've served as fire marshal in Woonsocket.
Yes.
Do you think that work in firefighting and in public service will be of help to you on the floor here in the House of Representatives?
Yes, I think it will. As far as the community, it helps me because as a firefighter and particularly fire marshal, I go into the homes and the businesses and I see how they're struggling with today's economy. So it gives me a first-hand knowledge of what they're going through.
Well, and I got to believe, too, because you have worked in government in Woonsocket, you know up close and personal some of the tough economic times your district has been facing. And maybe now that you're serving at the state level, you can have a hand in assistance or legislation that could be helpful to your community.
Correct, and that's what I'd like to do. Again, like seeing how people are struggling every day, I want to, at some point, introduce some legislation to help small businesses.
And, there will be some people that will tell you it would be a tough call as to what might be more difficult, running into a burning building or some of these battles that you have down here on the floor. They're both pretty challenging.
Yeah, they can be, but I'll take both. I take both of them. I don't take them lightly, and I'll take all the challenges I can.
Well, I've heard really good things about you from some of your colleagues already on the House floor. What committees has the leadership assigned you to, and what are you looking forward to in serving on those committees?
I've been fortunate enough to be named to the HEW, Health, Education, and Welfare, and also Small Business. Particularly interested, actually both of them, but the HEW with the education. My father was a longtime educator in the city, from teacher to guidance counselor to the principal of Woonsocket High School. So he taught us the value of education. I hope to make that same difference in that committee. Well,
listen, anybody that's done what you do for a living, I have a tremendous respect for. I hold in very high regard. And, again, putting out fires will probably serve you well here in this building. But I want to wish you and your colleagues in the House the very best. And listen, you've got a great, rich history in Woonsocket, too. Yep. And it's a tenacious, it's a gritty community. And they fight hard there. And I know things are going to continue to turn around. Thanks a million for taking time out to talk with us.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Representative. And, of course, we could not do it without you. Thank you so much for watching. We call this segment Capitol Spotlight for Capitol Television. I'm Dave Farber.